Succinct with Simple, a podcast where clarity means depth. I'm your host, Simple. Every week we cut through the noises to unpack key issues in education and politics, one thoughtful conversation at a time. Whether you are an educator, policymaker, student, or simply curious, this is where we bring you facts, perspective, and clarity. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Between 1999 to 2007, if you take out context, he actually performed worse than some governors in Nigeria because
in today's topic, we'll be discussing these three characters. Why I want to compare these characters today is because of their modus of operandi has caught our attention. You will be surprised that these three persons you're seeing here, they don't see eye to each other. These three persons you're seeing here, they don't respect each other. If you give them air, you see most of them calling each other psychopaths. You begin to laugh. So my respected movie actor and a lawyer, Mr. Kenneth Okonkwo, we love you so much. Your acting inspired most of us. You're that kind of model that we see when we are growing up. Everybody wants to watch you. Andy, we know you. I'm not coming here now to condemn that Igbos hate each other. No. Rather, I know Igbos are the most liberal people in this country, Nigeria. Igbos are the most democratic people in Nigeria. You cannot argue that. If you're arguing that, it's just you want to argue. Igbos are the only ethnic group that you will see, even in a particular state that they are dominating. You don't see them gathering. You even think you will see an Igbo man. If they follow Igbo man, it will be difficult for you to know that these people are Igbos. Unlike other tribes, if an Hausa man comes to Lagos and identifies an Hausa man, you will see them rapport with each other. You will see that sentiment. You will see exactly an Hausa man trying to favor an Hausa man. Same to Yorubas. You will see a Yoruba man trying to favor a Yoruba man. But that is not an Igbo man. Igbo man is central in nature. You can correct me, but you know it is a general term in Nigeria that Igbos don't like Igbos. But that is not the truth. Not that Igbos doesn't like Igbos. It's just that Igbos are more democratic in nature. And when you are democratic in nature, you are central. You don't play favorism. You play central. So that is what is happening to our brother here, Kenneth Okonkwo. I'm not seeing what he's doing now as anti-Obi or something. I'm just seeing it as somebody who wants to fill his pockets. He has seen where dollar is flowing. He wants to identify with dollars. You, don't you want to identify with dollars? So Obi is not giving shishi. You want to identify with somebody who is not giving shishi. So after campaigning with him, what would you give your family? It only takes people with integrity to remain with Obi. People that want, from their heart, they want to change Nigeria. Obi temperament is not in line with other politicians. Obi temperament is not in line with Kenneth Okonkwo and others. That is why some of them find it difficult to work with him. When they want him to go violent, he doesn't want violence. When they want him to fight, he doesn't want that fight. Some of all these people you are seeing, if a Kenneth Okonkwo stands in your way in the court this man that I'm seeing here, and you try to push him or to perfect judgment against him, he can punch you in the face. But an Obi is not that temperament. An Obi is a person that, if you believe this is a government setup, you are representing the government as the chief judge, and you rule against him, knowing that you lied against him, he will let it lie. Rather, he wants to fight it peacefully. So that is not what Nigeria wants. Nigeria wants violence. Nigeria wants crook people. But Obi is not in that nature. That is why he is the best for now among every other persons. So today, let me not just debate. I want us to compare these individuals. Mr. Daniel Bwala, who in the past has condemned Tinubu and called him all sorts of names. You will believe that anybody that makes such statements can never work for that person. But this man has shown that they are not men of integrity. They can talk from the backside of their mouth. When they are telling you A, that A means B. So if a Daniel Bwala is telling you that a Tinubu is a rogue, please, my brother, don't believe him. Go and make your inquiries before you go. If a Daniel Bwala tells you that Tinubu is the best man on earth, please run, make an inquiry of your own and take your own stand. These are the people. I will be showing us videos, the past video of these individuals, where they have criticized whom they are serving now. And this criticism is the source that you would think that there is nothing, even if this man is falling in the river and they are the last person to help him, they will never. But the same person is the people they are shouting their praise, singing their praises. You know, most of them, they are lawyers, but I wonder whether their law firm is giving them money, because these people are just people that can speak from this mouth and say another thing from the other mouth. The other person, Reno Omokiri, I was following this man, every of his page, I was following him during Goodluck Jonathan. You know, he will speak fluently, and now you will think this man is the best man. But the same person, he now condemns the people, the vomit, he's taking back his vomit. I will bring us the video and we'll check this video and compare these individuals. When we compare them, then we will tell me, we will discuss in the comment section and see whether they are different from each other. Kenneth Okonkwo, who was very hatred for Atiku and the Atiku system of government. He even said Atiku is an embodiment of corruption, that there is nothing good that can come out from Atiku. But the same Kenneth Okonkwo who said there is nothing good that can come from Atiku is the person praising Atiku. Atiku is not the best for him. So a Kenneth Okonkwo who is now condemning P2B, and this same Kenneth, I could remember, I will show you some videos when Kenneth Okonkwo was accusing Daniel Bwala. Kenneth Okonkwo will tell you that Daniel Bwala is, they are the people that are fighting for food. That what do you think about somebody who wants to eat and somebody is giving him dollars? Now, the same Kenneth Okonkwo is teaching to their own way again. But my main concern with Kenneth and why I'm very, very pained, because he's the person that I respected so much. Somebody like Bwala and Reno Omokiri, I have already personalized them as people that are psychophants. They are just there for money. They are not for anybody. If they play their games and seek for your notice and you don't give them that ear, you tend to see them as nothing. They will try to pull you down. They will fight their way to make sure they come. They seek that attention until they get your notice. That is what they are up to. And that is where they eat. They can change like chameleons, just like you can see Reno, where he can post himself Instagram, he can post with other people's car and claim it is his own just to build reputation. People like Reno Omokiri are people they call fake it until you make it. That is what Reno is. You fake it until you make it. This kind of people can go extra length. They can travel, spend their last card to seek your attention. They can spend their last card to make sure they bring you down. So they are Nigerians. We are not fighting against them. They are trying to find something to eat. And if getting what to eat is from collecting from these old men that have stopped Nigerian money and they don't know what to do with it. So if an Okonkwo is giving a 30,000 US dollar, if you convert 30,000 US dollar to naira, you know what that amount. If you convert 30,000, allegedly, like people say, that is what they are offering. If somebody gives you 30,000 US dollar, what do you think that person will do with that money? You want him to reject it? Somebody who is in love with money? No. But my problem is this: why trying to pull Peter Obi down? Even when you see that you cannot pull him down, you keep fighting to pull this man down. Why is it that you people, you try to grow your audience by the name Peter Obi? This man must be in your mouth every minute. So, some of you will find something you will blend in with. Some will even go back saying Peter Obi said he can never leave Africa. I don't know what you want to achieve with that evidence. They are trying to make sure they find out where this man has said something wrong that will they lay him down. They are not seeing. What they are now finding out is what trying to bring out is where he said he can never leave Africa. And he said if you can find a video where he said that. Now people are trying to dig out the video to show him that this is what you say. Just to say that this man is not a credible man. Whatever video you bring, your system in Nigeria and the system of those leaders that doesn't want to position is this. If you don't know Nigerians, because some of us are so gullible that we don't know when they are using us. A Tinubu will want an Obi that will say, I want to remain in a party. Then they will send people that will go and destroy that party. And they will not come to destroy that party. They will make sure they come to the timeline that you cannot have the time again to join another party. So if Obi is foolish enough to say, yes, I said I can never leave Africa, and if Obi remains in that party and these people brings him down, then Obi is a fool. So if some of you are trying to make Obi say, I'm a party man, so that he will remain in one party, while you people try to destroy that party that he is in. ABC has never been a problem to anybody. until Obi joined the coalition. Immediately Obi joined, the turmoil started. They want to pull ADC down. Now they have achieved that. Obi have left ADC. Now the narrative is now Obi, he cannot stay in one party, he cannot, because you want him to stay there so that he will kill his political ambition, and he is not that gullible. So stop. If you are trying to make Obi say yes, I say that, and I am not, I'm a party man, I want to stay in one party, it will not work for you. It will not work for you, please. So a Kenneth that is joining these people because you are now an Article 8 and you want him to use Obi grace to ascend the throne. Shame, because it will not work for you, my brother. Obi can never give his glory to an Atiku. Let Atiku garner his vote himself. If Obi today, the system allow Obi today to form a new party that has no base and root. If Obi form it today, the party will do better than the party that Atiku formed today. The party will do better than the party that Tinubu formed today. If they say it's a lie, they should give him. They should give that rule. Let Obi create a party today, and you create a party with an Atiku and see if Atiku will survive. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. So let's watch all these videos and see. We watch these two individuals when they criticize this particular person they are supporting now, and when they are now singing the praises of the person, you begin to ask yourself, where is that your integrity and credibility? Most especially, my respected model, Kenneth Okonkwo. Why? The people that you hated, you know that they are of nothing to the country. If Bwala, you see Bwala, when they interview him, Bwala will tell him that he is an opposition, and whenever he is an opposition, he will speak against the opposition party. So you will now know that Bwala has taken his own way of life to be the person that when you are in opposition, even if you are his wife, immediately you are in opposition, you are a devil. But immediately he leaves the opposition and joins you, you are now the lovely wife. So we don't blame them, but it's you that I was seen as a man of integrity, but you sold it all. You sold it all. It's a shame. It's a shame. You guys should leave Obi alone. If you know you can be a president, pull up your own platform. Let people begin to say Okonkwo, or Andy. Pull up your own this in Bwala. Let people begin to say Bwala. Why can't you stand on your own? You will not begin to, when Obi was in government, when he was a governor, he did this, he did not do this, he did not do that. Reno, you begin to say he did not do this, he did not do that. After you said he was the only person, governor, that did this and did that, but now you're castigating him. Why can't you, as a Reno, who has been an aide to a president, come out and be a president? Form your own platform. Let's see how you pull your own way. Stop using Obi to generate traffic for yourself and make yourself relevant. It's not good for you, you both. So you are birds of the same feather. Okonkwo, please, Andy, don't differentiate yourself from Bwala. Bwala, don't differentiate yourself from Andy. Don't differentiate yourself from Reno Omokiri. These all are the same and operate in the same way. So go and form your own government. Okay, form your own party rather. You should go and form your own party. Stop using Obi because it's not for you to use.
Recently, Bwala Tinubu's spokesman, a man by the name of Kenneth Okonkwo, who was his chief press secretary while he was governor and an immediate past commissioner for information in Lagos State, responded to my revelations about Bwala Tinubu's drug past, and he wrote that the fact that Bwala Tinubu is able to go in and out of the United States is proof that Bwala Tinubu has nothing to hide. Now, that's not true. He's just trying to play tricks on the minds of unsuspecting Nigerians. You know, Bwala Tinubu is a permanent resident holder, so that means he's a green card holder. He can go in and out of the United States even though he's been involved in a drug cartel. You know, even in Nigeria, we've got several prominent people, I know them, I don't want to mention their names, including the son of a former military head of state, who are in similar situations. They're able to go in and out of the United States. You know, it is the section 212 paragraph 8 of the Immigration and Nationalization Act that deals on that. And if you study that, you can Google it, you can see that it doesn't apply to Bwala Tinubu. So the fact that he goes in and out of the United States, it's not any proof that he's not a known drug lord. Bwala Tinubu is a known drug lord. And if you read his response to me, Kenneth Okonkwo, he did not deny that. It's a fact. And then he also said that, well, it was a forfeiture of assets, and if it's a forfeiture of assets, then Bwala Tinubu is not a criminal. Listen, I'm going to read for you something on the website of the Department of Justice, and I'm going to put it in the description box of this video so you can watch it yourself. Now, I'm quoting, asset forfeiture is designed to deprive criminals, look at that word, criminals, of the proceeds of their crimes. So when Bwala Tinubu voluntarily agreed to an asset forfeiture judgment against him, which was a plea bargain. Incidentally, what happened is that the FBI had taken him to court, and then rather than go through trial, he reached what they call a plea bargain, which is that he agreed with the United States Department of Justice, and then they settled. So part of the settlement was that he gave up $460,000 drug money to the government. So it's an asset forfeiture. You know, he does not have the right to say that he was not convicted or is not a criminal. He is a criminal. And so that's what I'm trying to tell Nigerians. This has nothing to do. Nobody is paying me. Nobody is hyping me. I'm doing this for
to vote for a person whose last employer, let me remind you, as long as the Constitution is concerned, the vice president is the sole employee of a sole employer, the president. It is not the duty of the party. It is not the duty of Nigeria to choose the vice president. It is only the duty of the president, one person. And the person that employed Atiku Abubakar told the whole world that this man has propensity for corruption, tendency to disloyalty, lack of transparency, inability to say and stick to the truth at all times, that he has the tendency for poor judgment, and he uses money to buy his way out on all issues. And then the one that gives me goose pimples, readiness to sacrifice morality, integrity, propriety, truth, national interest for self and selfish interest. I cannot, because the people of Nigeria are the employers of the president, I cannot be an employer after reading these qualifications of anybody, and I will employ that person.
But your principal was a vice presidential candidate to the man you were talking about.
And I told you that I wouldn't have ever looked at the way of Peter Obi if he had been a vice president of an Atiku. And I did not and will not.
We're going to a short break. But why does it look, why is it that the APC and the PDP keep dismissing any chance? They say you do not have a chance in this election at all, that Peter Obi cannot even move anywhere close to winning this election.
Very good. It's part of the strategy of campaign. When you know that this is your greatest threat, you want to discourage people by the psychology that your candidate, your preferred candidate, the preferred candidate of all the youths in Nigeria, the preferred candidates of all the workers. You have seen the NLC give instruction to all the employees in Nigeria to vote Peter Obi. You have seen ADC collapse into Peter Obi. You have seen political parties collapse into Peter Obi.
A faction of ADC though.
However it is. Good.
Agenda or as a rhetoric that he did well in Lagos. I will tell you, between 1999 to 2007, if you take out context, he actually performed worse than some governors in Nigeria, because the Lagos that they say he did, he improved the revenue, he only collected tax. All the infrastructure needed for a state, or in fact a country, to develop was on ground. Lagos used to be the Nigerian national capital. Before Nigeria was formed, Lagos was a colony. You have all the infrastructure for economic development. Asiwaju didn't establish them. There was seaport, there was airport, you have commercial activity, all the embassies are there. So transaction with foreign envoys is in Lagos. All the hotels are there, headquartered in Lagos. All the banks are headquartered in Lagos. All security apparatus, every facility and infrastructure for economic development was in Lagos. He didn't bring them. Asiwaju did not invite or introduce or brought to Lagos any serious foreign investor or domestic investor. And these revenues we are talking about that they claim he has generated, we are on. It's just that the government didn't have the infrastructure in collecting those. So what he did throughout this period was to collect tax. That's what they claim by revenue. And even then, the reason he did that was because the company that was collecting the tax, the company is allegedly traceable to him. So if you pick a man on the street and you tell him, I want you to collect tax in a given area, your percentage is 30%, he will be optimal. He will be highly effective. This is the summary. But let me tell you what he did in Lagos. One, he attempted to destroy democracy. He wanted to introduce what we call monarchical democracy. A democracy that is not reflected by the will and wishes of the people, but reflected by the choice of a man, and people should run around it. He introduced the concept in politics in Nigeria that we call take the queue, follow the queue. He was the only governor in Nigeria that during the period of 7 years, he has had to impeach his deputy governors 3 times and change them. He's the only politician in Nigeria that nobody wins under his tutelage unless the person is chained or positioned by him. You don't win by the popularity that you carry or because you have idea, but whether he has approved you. That is one. Two, the House of Assembly in Lagos throughout his period never had the independence. This is a man you say he promotes democracy. Never had the independence. In fact, when allegedly the drug conviction in Chicago was alleged, to have, happened, and then Ganifa was all over the place that he should be checked, he should be probed, he should be prosecuted. The House of Assembly sat down. They had no business doing that. They said they cleared him. That they did a finding and they.
Thank you. This is where we end today's topic. I remain your host, Simple. This is Succinct, where we bring you clarity, in-depth analysis to current affairs and the happening in the country and the globe. Please do like and share, comment on this video, help us grow the channel. We are not here to badmouth anybody. We are here, any way you want to operate, or don't bring other person down. Thank you. God bless you and remain blessed.